This video is brought to you in part by the CCF Podcast. Subscribe to us on iTunes, check us out on SoundCloud, and follow us on Twitter at CalCFI. Now back to this week's episode of The Real Fantasy Show. Welcome back to week 3 of the Real Fantasy Football Show. The videos were scrapped together late, per usual, but we came through. We have a lot to cover today, so let's get right into it. Alright, so we'll kick off the week 2 recap with Craig versus me. I ended up pulling off the win, 110 to 107. Craig starting the season very slow again, and I go to 1-1 while he goes to 0-2. This game came down to Monday night, and Baker ended up pulling off the win, even though it was very agonizing to watch. Next, we have Spoots versus Slice. Slice pulls off the win in emphatic fashion, scoring 174 without a quarterback. That's tough, so he's got no quarterbacks moving forward. Breeze and Roethlisberger out. And when a defense scores 35 points, that's kind of ridiculous. So we'll see how that goes moving forward. Next, we got Mark versus Beef. Beef pulls off the win, and Mark goes to that sub-100 category, which is a place you do not want to be. Mark 0-2, Beef 2-0. Next, we got G versus Steve. G wins 133 to 122. Steve, the former champ, falls to 0-2 to start the season. Not a good look, and he wants more out of his team moving forward to get some wins, and he needs them quick. Last, we got Paul versus Joe. It's a brother battle. Paul pulls it off. And Paul goes to 2-0 for the first time in a long time, and I can't remember the last time he started the season this hot. And he'll be looking to continue that run in week 3. So, the standings after 2 weeks has Slice, Beef, and Paul all at 2-0. Slice leading the pack this year. Spoots, Joe, G, and me all at 1-1. Craig, Steve, the former champ, and Mark, all at 0-2. Mark in dead last. This seems to be a theme for new entries to the league. Let's see if he can break it this year.
How you doing, fantasy football? It's big time. And here's my thought of the day. Never doubt fantasy football guru Slice. Every year, fantasy football guru Slice gets doubted at the draft. And every year, he always comes through. Fantasy Football Guru Slice is 2-0, looking to be 3-0 versus BP Boy Brian Bylock. And in no way, shape, or form is Slicey losing. Put all your money on Slice, the Fantasy Football Guru, going to 3-0. Never doubt him. He's a well-oiled machine. Some call him the New England Patriots. Some just call him good at analyzing football. Also, Mark, you kind of stink. You're 0-2. Take it easy.
Alright, now for these week 3 matchups. Kick it off, we got me versus Spoots, both 1-1. Someone here will be 2-1 after this week, and it will be me. This one has Spoots edging me out, but I think I'm going to pull this one off and get that W. Next, we got Slice versus Beef, both 2-0. Slice projected a whopping 144 this week, one of the highest projections I've seen in a while, and I think if Beef upsets here, that'd be a shocker, so I have Slice winning this one. Next, we got Steve versus Mark, both 0-2. We got some big games this week, so one of these guys will be 0-3 after week 3, and someone will be on the winning trend. These teams both had a player on Thursday night, both got a decent amount of points for them, and I think they'll be happy with that. This one has Mark edging them out, but I think Steve has a bounce back win this week and gets to 1-2. Next, we got Joe versus Craig. This is a historic battle. They've been going at it for years, and Craig is looking to get that win. However, Joe's looking to have a bounce back game from last week after a disappointing week 2, and I'm going to take Joe in this one. Craig with another tough start to the 2019 season. Last, we have another brotherly battle. Paul played Joe last week. He's playing G this week. Paul's looking to go 3-0 for the first time in a while, and I think he does it versus G this week. He shocks the world after his debacle on draft night, and he goes to 3-0.
Fantasy football, week 3, coming at you live with trending teams and matchup of the week. So we're going to start off with our upward trending teams. First, we're going to keep Slice in the one slot, Probably been the best team this year so far through 2 weeks. I know it's only been 2 weeks, but definitely been the best team through 2 weeks, so we'll see. Second would have to be big time Tommy. Paul, they don't ask how, but he's 2-0. He pulls out those gritty wins. He had a close game last week. OBJ came through on Monday night, got him the dub. Big upward trending team. Now we're going to go to the downward trending teams. First of all, we're sticking with Steve. Steve, you stink. You made the finals last year. A lot of people will say that was on a unfair trade on a lot of people's parts, I'm not going to bring it up, but what I'm going to say is you're 0-2. Wake up. Why does your team stink? It's probably because you stink. But, second team we're going to go with, going to be looking at Mark. Mark, I don't know what's going on with your team. You're not looking great. Not looking hot. And you got a big matchup this week. We got the bottom 2 teams. I'm going to call that the matchup of the week. A lot of people say it's me versus Slice, both 2-0. Nope. We're going 0-2. 0-2 versus 0-2. Steve versus Mark. This is a big game. Winner goes to 1-2. Loser goes to 0-3. You go to 0-3, you're probably out of the playoffs. You're 1-2, you got a chance. So, it could be a big comeback week. And hope everyone has a good week. Good luck to everyone. And I'll see you next week.
Alright, video, because photo booth sucks, not letting me record on there, so I'm going the old school way. Feel like a pilgrim using my phone instead of photo booth on my Mac, but hey, we're gritty, we're going to bounce back. Welcome to week 2 of the Power Rankings, Real Fantasy Show, coming at you. We'll get right into it. Number 1, we have FF Guru Slice. This team is an absolute wagon. Once again, another shit-pumping 336.9 points, 2-game win streak. All the analysts are saying this team is the team to beat. Consensus number 1, he's going to keep it going. Number 2, the Wayward Sons of Brian Bylock. 2-game win streak, sneaky beef. Got a nice run going. Know it's early in the season, but hey, putting up some good points. Should have been consensus number 2, but we have a very stubborn analyst who put himself as 3, not to be named. But number 3, maybe the shock of the league right now, the big-time Tommies. He was absolutely hammered at the draft, could barely even walk, couldn't put his team name, his players' stickers up. But hey, this is the kid that is at 2-0. Everyone else, just looking at him right now, he's got the last laugh, coming up from 8 last rank, and he's got the 3 spot. Next, we have the McGillicuddies at 4, 1-1, a tough loss, 1-game losing streak out of the 2 weeks that we've had, but still almost putting up 300 points over the 2 weeks. That's pretty solid. He's a definitely a contender, team to be reckoned with. And then so number 5, the Nature Boys, little fall from grace from last week. He put up only 110 this week after his 170 point last week. Of course, he puts up less when he's not playing the Mott Sticks, but hey, neither here nor there. But he gets the 5 spot, dropping down from the 1. Then we have most up and down team there is, no Gronk for G. He is at the 6th spot, maybe projected, just going up and down. 2 close games, the past 2 games. Good win over the former champ, Mott Sticks, but hey, he sticks in the last hypothetical playoff spot at the 6th spot. Next, we have 7, Shelby Brothers Limited, Michelangelo, gritty win, needed the W, keep him even at 1-1. over the Corn Julios, who is actually the next spot. These two teams were back and forth with our analysts at 7 and 8, but personally, if you lose straight up to one, then you can't be above them in the power rankings. So mix 7, Corn Julios, rough start, 0 and 2. They're at the 8th spot. Then the bottom 2, we have the Mott Sticks. Just a tough start for this team, 0 and 2, not putting up the points they need. Ran into a tough G team, and they're at the 9th spot. Hopefully they can turn it around. 10, we have Straight Cash Homie, the Rook. Tough start, needs to get the monkey off his back. Little jitters from the Rook, but hey, I'm sure he's going to look to turn it around, and hopefully he can. But thanks for watching week 2 of the power rankings. G, I know you're not watching, so every week I'm probably going to call you out and say, fuck you for not watching.